Hey, check 1 2. Oh, there we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Touchdown Talk. Happy Saturday to you. Week 16 of fantasy football action. The week before Christmas, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I am joined on stage right now by my brother, Kevin Baglio, who's currently MIA, but I hear him. I hear him there. I hear my niece in the background making noises, and I'm sure he'll be on soon. And of course, I know my co-host, Mr. Pablo Martinez, should be on any second as well. Oh, and here he is entering in the studio right now. I see him.
Yeah.
Pablo Martinez, there he is. What's up, everybody? There he is.
Good morning, peeps. Happy
Looking
Saturday.
festive. Looking festive. Me too.
Thank you.
I got my Slayer,
I
Santa
like
Slayer,
the Slayer.
little
Yeah,
elf hat.
very good.
What happened to our fest? Oh, there we go. There's our candy cane background.
What's up, Kevin?
Hey. What's going on, bud?
Doing well. Happy Saturday. Happy week 16. Super stoked. Semifinals are here.
Yes.
We got three more semifinalists right here.
Yeah, we got so much going on, and now is the time to not be cute. Now's the time to make the best decisions because every decision here matters, whether you're going to win your championship or be punted out. Win or go home.
Yeah, for sure. And Kevin, you called it. We got 3 of the 4 LOEMP semifinalists here. We need to get Keith on for at least 5 minutes, man.
I know. Come on, Keith.
I know he sees the text.
Yeah. Come on, Keith. Join us on the Touchdown Talk. And I want to welcome everybody once again. If you're just joining in right now, we are live right here on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course, Radio Garden State, where you can listen to us on radiogardenstate.com, the Odyssey app, TuneIn app. And if you are watching, feel free to drop comments in with your fantasy questions. We already have 2 to kick us off. I love it. I love everybody's raring and ready to go. So I don't want to delay. Let's just jump right into it, guys, because we got 2 questions here. Let's go. We got one here from Tyson Withrow, 1929. He's saying Purdy or Goff, full PPR, 6-point TDs, 6-point bonus for 300 passing, 12-point bonus for 400 passing, can only play 3 receivers. Mike Evans, Michael Wilson, A.J. Brown, J-Mo, Jawan, same bonus for 100 and 200 yards receiving. Wow, I like the multi-part of this question. This is a thick question to start off the show with.
That's a good question. Yeah, he's got a pretty good receiving core there. If I had a pick, I'm probably going though with Purdy. He needs 3 of the receivers.
He said can only play 3.
Purdy, Jawan Jennings, Evans, and A.J. Brown.
Yeah, I definitely have a little bit more trust in A.J. Brown over the last few games. He finally producing from a fantasy standpoint, and I trust him. And Mike Evans has been looking good. And I think Jawan. I was thinking about Michael Wilson for a second there, but I think Jawan. I think that's where I would go.
Listen, Wilson's been on fire, but you do get Marvin Harrison back this week.
True. Although
I'm going to weigh in on the quarterback question.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was just gonna say I think I might go Goff. I don't know, just because I feel like with Amon-Ra and Jameson, I just feel like he can rack up some good points with that. So I don't know. I've been riding Goff all year. That's the name of my team, Goff My Lawn, and between him and Matt Stafford, they've been getting me through this whole season. So that's my pick. But Pablo, what about you?
I go Goff as well. Goff at home against Pittsburgh. They're playing. They have a lot on the line. I'm going to go. I like Purdy, but I think I like Goff better there. And then with regards to the wide receivers, we're looking for 3 wide receivers. Evans stepped in game 1 and did great, so I wouldn't take him out personally. I would take the chance on Evans. And JMO, same thing. I like what what they're playing for.
Mm-hmm.
That's my call there. And then as far as a third one between AJ Brown, Wilson, and Juwan Jennings, that's where the tough part is for me. AJ Brown has had a turn of a leaf. You know, his initial start of the season was very concerned. Where he's been solid, so maybe I would go AJ Brown for that reason.
All right. Well, there you go. So hopefully that helps, Tyson. Thank you for the question. Appreciate it. Again, I love kicking off the show with some questions. That question was put in even before we got on, like before we even went live. He was pumping that question in. So hopefully that helps. We got another one here from Jonathan Santiago, OK5RT. He said, "What's up? It's week 16 and I've been rolling Chimray, thank you. Since week 5 because of return yards. Wide receiver 6, but now I'm leaning to bench him for Sutton and Tracy for upside. Good move question mark. Okay. Oh, and he also adds here, I get 1 point for first downs and 0.2 per rush attempt.
Oh, wow. Oh, I mean,
all right.
A return yard league. That's that's valuable points because Tim Ray's been really great at it. But you're talking about 2 starters. I mean, Sutton, he's just their number 1, and it's not going to change. I know he's had a couple down weeks, but for the most part, I mean, for every down week, he has 3 good weeks. I would probably still roll Sutton. And I mean, Tracy, after last week, it's if you're getting points for a carry too, I would roll Tracy.
Yeah, I lean with you on this, Kev. I definitely go Sutton probably overall, but Tracy would be in heavy consideration for me too.
Does he need both of them or just one out of those?
I know he says I'm leaning to bench him for Sutton and Tracy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's one of them or both of them because it doesn't.
If he's benching him, maybe it's a flex spot because you're talking about running back and receiver for a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You'll definitely have more upside with Sutton or Tracy than with Chimray.
Yeah. And Tracy's receiving skills last week really came out. In college he was a receiver.
He looked outstanding.
Yeah, that shocked us.
All right, well there you go, Jonathan. Hopefully that helped. If anybody else has any other questions, feel free to drop them in as we go along, and we will get to them as soon as we can. We do have a lot to get to today. Normally we start off with some start sits, but I already like that we're kind of already in this mode. But we've got some. I just wanted to throw this out there. Where there's already some new names have entered the chat as far as quarterback goes this week. Are any of these guys worth recognizing? Gardner Minshew, Quinn Ewers.
In week 16, you can't rule anything out because your options sometimes are extremely limited. So you at least have to consider them.
You're really only playing them in a super flex league, and it's a single quarterback league. You definitely don't need to use them unless you're like in a deep, like a deep 14 or 16 teamer. But you will have better options in a single quarterback league, standard single quarterback league. But in a super flex, I mean, I have 2 of them sitting on my bench, and I'm like, do I start one or do I go with one of my good receivers and the other league and the dirt league for my super flex over it? Because it's like, all right, I mean, how good is yours actually going to be? It's not. I don't expect a lot from him. Minshew, can throw the ball. He's missing Rashid Rice this week. There's a lot of that goes into this.
Yeah. I mean, I think once again, if you're in the playoffs and maybe you lost a QB and, so say you had Mahomes and he's down, and that you're kind of stuck. I mean, you may be having to pick up a Minshew. I mean, this is what's been going on. I mean, in the whole season's been like this, like big time names, big time starters going down, and I feel like this has been a year of like tons of backup QBs coming in, and even third string guys coming in. I mean, listen, we saw Jacoby Brissett he's like stepped in and been unreal. But not everybody's a Jacoby Brissett or even how Daniel Jones was playing at the start of this year. I mean, now he's down, and you got Phillip Rivers, which I know Pablo, you're playing Phillip Rivers, or is that still in just for discussion? I know
he's not playing him.
He's playing mental games with me.
He's trolling.
It worked out well for me last week to have him in my lineup until game time. So we'll see what happens this week.
We'll see what happens.
But with regards to Minshew, it's really a really great comparison that you made there, Chris, with Jacoby Brissett, a guy who we didn't expect much out of. But look at here, we have a solid starting quarterback. I think that Minshew this week has a really, really favorable matchup against Tennessee. They're not playing for anything as a team, but Minshew's playing for something. Minshew wants to show off. Minshew wants to prove that he can still earn another opportunity elsewhere if he doesn't get to stay with the Chiefs next season. So I bet that he would probably go out there with great incentive to try to demonstrate that he's a serviceable quarterback.
And just
your other options.
I was just going to say, just to piggyback on that point, though, too, Pablo, is you also have another guy in there who probably wants to pad his stats, which is Travis Kelce, because more than likely this will probably be it for him, I think. I mean, he's getting up there. He's had a lot of injuries, and this is a guy, I mean, you're probably going to see Minshew looking for Travis Kelce. So, to your point, could be a big production game for both players.
Yeah, especially without Rice.
Yeah. So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just don't want to miss that point. But
No, great point.
Go on, sir. Go on.
No. That was it, really. I just wanted to highlight the Minshew start is very interesting to me.
Yeah. Kev, you got anything to say about that?
You know that since Jacoby Brissett took over, he has been quarterback 3 on the season.
He's been great.
Unbelievable.
Better than every quarterback you could think of other than Drake May and Josh Allen. Brissett's been quarterback 3 on the season.
And think about this. But
and they haven't won.
When we saw Brissett hit the waivers and could become relevant, I bet you many of us out there looked past him and thought, it's not going to. It's not worth it. I'm going to pick up somebody else. And look what we missed on.
I mean, you go on history, though, too, past history. What'd you say, Kev?
I had him and traded him for Jameson Williams. I traded him to Viviana, and I had him in the dirt league as well. But then that one I let go of him, and I should not have. But it's just I didn't think at first he was going to stay the starter, but he just looked so good. I'm like, there's no way they could go back to Kyler. Kyler, I mean, the guy can't push the ball downfield. So yeah, Brissett does. He's slinging. And he's accurate. That's the thing. He's giving them catchable balls. Kyler threw the ball a lot, but his receivers and tight end didn't have a catchable ball. He was just about last in the league in catchable ball rate. Crazy to think about that with him.
It is. That definitely is. So, all right. So listen, guys, I want to get into this because we do have a lot to talk about. And I think we're going to be talking about a lot of these individual players as we go through our the way our championships, the playoffs are set up in both our leagues. So let's dive in. And once again, anybody out there, if you got fantasy questions, this is not the time to hold back. You don't want to be cute. Ask us. We are here to help give you the advice you need to get the edge over your opponent this weekend. And by the way, Thursday night, what a game. I mean, can we just talk super quick about how amazing of a game that is? I mean, we were literally in our chat ripping on Sam Darnold. He's terrible. He sucks. And look what happens. Unbelievable turn of events. And you know what? Listen, I give it to him. Sam Darnold, man, he helped lead his team to a huge victory. You know, they got the number 1 seed. I mean, you know, going into that game was like Sam Darnold can't win the big games, and it certainly looked like it was going to happen again. But boy, oh boy, what a team! What a team effort by that Seahawks team, and that was probably one of the best Thursday night games I can remember watching in a long time. Other than watching the Giants beat Philadelphia, which was absolutely amazing. But as far as quality of play and competitiveness, man, that was I was so tired, but I was like, I'm not missing the end of this game.
It was great. It was fantastic. The Rams brought it, so that was also part of the what made it so great. The two teams that were really fighting for everything, and I'm happy that we got what we got. It was a really great Thursday night game.
Yeah, Josh coming in said never underestimate the ginger Jesus. Okay, Jonathan. What are your guys' thoughts on that weird 2-point conversion? My thought is I've never heard that rule. I didn't even know that was a rule. I thought that ball was dead, but there was never really a whistle. And when you looked at the side, the ref who was on the side, everybody was saying he was signaling complete, but he was signaling tip. And I didn't even realize it was a backward pass. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was a backward pass. It looked just, but
it was going behind him, and I get it, because you look at it in fast motion, you're like, oh, this should be dead, or this play is irrelevant. But I mean, it's a backward pass, but it got tipped before, it was already on the way back. Got tipped. I mean, I wouldn't have thought it, but at least he picked up the ball in the end zone, or else that wouldn't have never been.
I mean, I wasn't aware of that rule, but it was the right. I mean, watching it over and over again, and according to the rule, I mean, that was the right call. It is weird. It was freaky, but that's the NFL, right? Pablo, what do you think?
It was very unexpected, and I had to look at it like 3 or 4 times to understand what I was watching. But it was a backwards pass, so it's basically like a handoff or a carry. And if it gets fumbled or dropped, it's a live ball. It can get picked up, and it was carried into the end zone. That's all there is.
Yeah, Jonathan's saying, my thoughts too. Rams defense is more to blame. Always supposed to play the ball. Yeah.
Always play it. The other thing is, I've seen it happen in the season. Obviously, we've never seen it on a 2-point conversion, but it happened during the season a few times, and they've reviewed it, and and they're like, oh, it was lateral, not backwards, but it's happened where it was a fumble before in the season. It just, never in that circumstance, in such a big moment for a division, for first place in the division.
Oh my gosh,
that brings it more to light.
Huge implications there for. This had every makings of a playoff game, like a championship level. You would have thought that was for the NFC Championship right there, which might be a preview of the NFC Championship game potentially. Which I would actually love that to be because I would love either. Right now, I'd love to see either of these teams in the Super Bowl. I think that'd be great, be fun.
Man, that Rams team, but with no Devontae Adams, they struggle in the red zone a little bit. But I mean, they could put up 8 touchdowns a game sometimes. I mean, it's crazy.
Puka had big points from a fantasy night. Of course, I had Matthew Stafford. I was really happy about that fantasy performance in both leagues. So we're gonna get to that right now.
Well.
Yes, we did well. I was definitely happy with that. Oh, and yes, this has been the talk on every fantasy radio show I've been listening to. I fell for the Colby Parkinson trap. I have heard this has been probably the number one discussion point that I've heard on every fantasy show is the Colby Parkinson. Yeah.
Well, he had a good matchup, and they were out Devontae Adams, but then they didn't even throw to like Whittington, who they would have normally brought in as their 2. They're throwing to, they're like 4th, 5th stringers. And Kobe Parkinson was not one of them. Ferguson got the touchdown for them, their rookie tight end. And, that's the last thing you want to see in your fantasy playoff, because I'm sure, tight end's one of those positions where if you don't have the top 3, you're pretty much constantly streaming them and trying to play a matchup. So I know that hurt a lot of people.
Oh, it really did. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, that was like I was listening to all the other call-ins on some of these fantasy shows I listened to, and this has been a reoccurring theme is people who started him and were like, oh my God. And, we were talking about this, like, this is it. This is playoffs and this is, championships. And like you start a guy like that and you're feeling good. And then this is what happens. And you're like, oh no, definitely can affect the rest of your gameplay going into this weekend.
And on those shows, a lot of the biggest talk was I'd say 90% of the calls that I heard were, do I start Kobe Parkinson over Brock Bowers? And they're like, oh, Brock Bowers' matchup is tough. But if you're in a PPR, which most people are, 6 receptions is 6 receptions. You're going to get at least 10 points out of him. Not the dud that you got from Kobe.
Yeah, it was a tough start.
Yeah, Jonathan saying I've streamed tight end all season and failed every week and still had the bye week, so my hopes are still alive. At least I ain't faced Puka.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's do this. As I look at my beautiful niece on the camera there.
Saturdays it's just me and her, so she has to be on camera.
Love it.
With us.
I love it. She can
That's
be
awesome.
on the show anytime she wants. All right. So let's do this, guys. Let's take a look at our week 16 playoff picture. And this is the LOAMP League of Extraordinarily Mediocre People. And this is a full PPR league, guys. So for anybody who's been following along, anybody that wants to know how our league is set up, it's a full PPR league. Anybody else want to jump in and give some more details about this league and how we talked about it too. We did a rule change on how the playoffs are going to run here as far as the consolation stuff goes. So someone else want to jump in and give some details?
Absolutely. So we have a 12-team league here. It's a keeper league, full PPR, super flex. We have our semifinals for the championship. We made a rule change, as Chris was alluding to. We changed the way our picks for next season will be determined. It will be our consolation bracket that will get the top 6 picks, and they're fighting for those spots. And this week we have the last place game happening this weekend. That will be, I'm trying to find it on the screen here on my end. We have championship. There we go. I got to switch it over here. Yep. Our consolation, as it shows, will be, we have 2 consolation semifinalists, and then we have the 11th place game, Grudy McGruden face versus our current title holder, Super Mario Brothers.
Right. So, yeah. Here we go, and even in the other league, too. Our current champs are fighting to not be in last place. It's a wild season to go from number 1 on top to basically fighting to stay out of the bottom of the league. Like absolute dead last. Crazy how that works out. So let's do this, guys. Let's start with our championship bracket. We've got the 2 teams here. My team, Golf My Lawn. Number 1.
Touchdown Talk Bowl.
That's right, the Touchdown Talk Bowl. Golf My Lawn versus Bark at the Moon, my co-hosts, Mr. Pablo Martinez, your team. And let's take a quick look at this. And we were just talking about it. So for those of you on Thursday night who had like Matthew Stafford or Puka in your lineup, you were rewarded with some big points, and boy, oh boy, was I super happy to get the jump on you, my friend. I went to Matthew Stafford, 457 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 29 completions, awarding me 47.38 points. I was like, oh my God, thank God. But I know that's, while it gave me a nice jump, there's a lot of football to be played, and boy, oh boy, man, you've got a nice stacked lineup on your side for sure.
Yeah, if you want to hit that refresh, I wanted to keep Phillip Rivers in there just because that was the
just because it was
good luck.
I got it
that I took last week.
Yep,
and it worked. But even with Jalen Hurts in my lineup now, I got a big hole to climb out of. Matthew Stafford doubled his projection, and that's exactly what you want on a Thursday night player when he's on your team. But there's a lot going on. It's only one player, though. So like you said, there's a lot of football still to be played.
Of football, yeah.
And I'm not too worried about it, but I'm certainly, concerned.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll just run down the players we got, and I'll go back and forth. So on my side, obviously, you just said Matthew Stafford, and you got Jalen Hurts as your starting QB. My side, Jamar Chase. You, Amon Ra. I got George Pickens to your T. Higgins. I got Chris Olave starting because I feel good playing the Jets. The Saints have all of a sudden become a little bit gotten some heat lately, so it's pretty cool. And hopefully they'll go in and destroy the Jets there, which will give me some points. You got starting Debo on your side. Running backs, James Cook to Chase Brown, Rico Dowell to Tony Pollard, Brenton Strange and tight end to George Kittle on your side. And then right now, this is where I'm at, although I am trying to figure out if I'm going to start him. Abuka, because I almost feel like I might put I'm trying to think if I should put in Godwin over Abuka, but I don't know. I may leave it. I'm going back and forth. But Abuka in my flex, you got Jaden Reed, and then our super flex spot, we talked Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, and then in a last-minute move, which I'm so glad I did, is I had the Seattle defense in because I've been streaming them all season and they've been doing great, but I didn't want to cannibalize myself, so I benched them and I picked up the Falcons, who are going to Arizona, which I still don't know if that's the best move, but I'm glad I didn't start Seattle because I think I only got like, what was it? Yeah, 3 points. And you got the Saints D, which going into Jets, I got a feeling you're going to get some pretty good points out of that defense. But that is the lineup as it is now. Yeah, no, they've been great.
They have not been bad, the Saints D. I mean, they have not been absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And
Chris,
it's a very good matchup.
You did yourself a huge solid by removing the Seahawks from your starting lineup last minute. I think Kevin called it out a couple weeks ago. Like a really pro move is to try to always avoid playing a defense that's going up against our own quarterback, because it's super difficult for both to put up strong points. Typically, what happens is this: if the quarterback does well, it comes at the defense's expense. So I think you a really smart move there to get that Seattle Seahawks out of your lineup.
Yeah, I literally think I made that move at like 8:01 or something like that. It was like a really last minute, and I was looking at it. And I'm like, wait a second, this is not going to be good. I got to make a switch out of here. This is once again this is what I'm that move, but thinking like, hey, we're there's a championship here on the line. Need to keep winning. And now's not the time to play it cute. Like make a decision and go with it.
No, absolutely. So, looking up at the rest of the lineups here, I think that we're in for like a big matchup. I really think
I do too, man.
You know how sometimes projections aren't met and teams kind of get deflated.
Yes,
I think this is going to be a bit of a shootout, or at least on my end, I'm optimistic that my team won't be deflated. On your side, I think we're going to see a lot of points, and I hope to see the same from my side.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty high scoring game on both sides here. So I'm looking forward to it. I definitely am not being like, oh my God, I got this one in the bag. There's no way at all do I have this in the bag. Am I happy about having to just under 50-point jump on you? Yes, but in the world of fantasy football, that lead can disappear very quickly. And you've got players on your side that can put up some big points, big combos of points very fast.
So Kevin, let me ask you to weigh in here as the outside, not so outside because you're on the other bracket, but you're not in this matchup. So for example, on my team, let me pick your brain on some start six questions. Tony Pollard is a guy who I'm going to bet on this week against Kansas City. But I had a couple other options, two of which I want to run by you, see what your thoughts are. David Montgomery and Michael Carter, who finds himself now as the only healthy back on Arizona. Would you be tempted to take Tony Pollard out of your lineup for either one of those two guys this week?
Yeah, and I know Kansas City is one of the toughest run matchups in the league. I know you look at Kansas City and you're like, well, they're beaten down, they're out of the playoffs, but they got a lot of pride. Chris Jones has a lot of pride on that defense. They're very hard to run against. That being said, Pollard has finally came on. They've finally been just feeding him the ball, which they, before the last 2 weeks, they were giving him like 8 carries a game. It wasn't much. And when you look at that upside, you're like, well, maybe if they feed him the ball 20 times, could produce something. But, just I don't trust Pollard like that. And, I would hate to be like sit him and then, it blows up. I mean, if you want to look at the numbers, Carter's a pass catching back as well. And you're going against Atlanta, and Arizona has just been shooting out. It's been, they've been putting up like 35 points a game, like I said, losing, but they've been putting up points, and Carter's going to catch the ball. It seems like he's going to be the runner as well. You're looking out of that RB2 spot to get like anywhere from, I'd say 12 to 15 points is what you want. I think your bigger upside is with Carter. Montgomery's, good runner, but again, you don't know the way this Detroit team's been playing. They haven't been feeding him a lot in the last 6 weeks. he has single-digit touches. Yes, he's had 3 touchdowns the last 3 weeks, but that's you hoping that they're on the 5-yard line and getting in. I don't like to play. I don't like to play based on hoping for a touchdown, because you're going to lose if you do that way. If you're like, oh, but he's scored 3 weeks, yeah, but look how he scored. He has 6 carries and a touchdown. That's not very optimistic. that tells me that Jahmyr Gibbs got winded and they put him in to run it in. So yeah, I do kind of like Carter in this sense, but I mean the Pollard matchup is just very tough. It's a tough matchup. So I see your dilemma here, but in my eyes, it would be between Carter and Pollard. Personally,
solid. Yeah,
there you go.
Solid advice.
All right, quick question here. Thoughts on Jacobs playing through his injury? Personally, because I have Wilson, I wish he would rest 1 week and get 100%.
So does Chris.
I have Wilson too, and I would also wish the same thing. But it's not going to happen. The guy's been playing like this all year long. Like, he's always like showing up, questionable, and he shows up and plays. So
yeah.
So my thoughts on the question per se, if Jacobs is on the field, I have to start him. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
The level of production he's been showing off, even with injuries, I'm not benching him if he's on the field. Now, if he doesn't play, that obviously makes this question a lot easier to answer. You go with Wilson,
of course,
and being that
it's
he's
an
on your
immediate
bench,
start.
Chris. I hope that's not the case, because he's got a nice matchup, and I kind of feel like Wilson, with the backfield to himself, would probably be able to do quite a bit of production.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you got a running back touching that ball 20 times in a game, you're starting them. don't
it's
get
about
cute.
Opportunity. Yeah. And Chicago got shredded up by Pittsburgh's run game last week. And
yes.
It was also pass run, some Gainwell catch and runs, but they got shredded by that.
Yeah, absolutely shredded. I mean, that was insane. So if you had any of those backs in your lineup,
Gainwell did well for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts on this lineup? I know we're gonna make picks here soon.
Yes.
So we can move on. I kind of want to guess that Chris and I are gonna pick our own teams.
I mean, we have to. Yeah, we have to. So Kevin, you're the impartial.
Let's run through one for one real quick.
All right, you got it.
So at the top, you obviously Stafford with a big lead on Hurts. Hurts is in a good matchup, but
yes, he is.
I don't see Hurts putting up 47 points. I do see him coming close to his projection in that range, maybe 30, 32.
By the way, just want to and super note, guys, that is a Saturday. That's a tonight game, 5 o'clock.
That is tonight.
That's
no,
great.
Oh yeah, 5.
2 games today. 2 games.
Yeah,
today.
I forgot about those.
Right.
Yeah. We have, what is it, Green Bay tonight?
I believe, yes.
Green Bay, Chicago tonight. And then Seattle, not Seattle, Philly against Washington this afternoon at 5.
Yeah,
Great
so
call.
don't get caught flat-footed, guys. Be on top of that. 2 NFL matchups tonight. Don't screw up. Don't forget.
So I tip the advantage there to Chris. Yeah, obviously with him jumping out to the big lead.
Right.
St. Brown, Jamar Chase. I mean, you look at the name Jamar Chase and you're like, oh my God, but you look at his season and it's been nothing to be desired. And I don't blame him. That team, the offense line is absolutely terrible.
They've had bad quarterback switches and Burrow not playing great.
Last week, Burrow looked like absolute garbage. And I mean, St. Brown, that Detroit needs to win. They have to win. That division is that everybody's been winning there. They need to win to keep pace and get in. So St. Brown, I see St. Brown with a ridiculous 12 reception, 15 reception game. Yeah. One or two tutties. So I think that's where he can make up his ground right there. In that position in particular. Now go right down to the next matchup. Pickens, who has looked, watching 2 of their games in this last 2 weeks. He's I don't want to say he's looked disinterested, but I don't know what it is. He's that type of player where he's been having a good season, but he has such a bad attitude, and
really
it takes him out. It takes him out of the game. if that guy could be a top 10 receiver if he just wasn't such a baby.
I know.
You
No,
know?
and the guy is a very, very talented receiver. So,
Yeah.
but
He
yeah,
catches the deep ball better than anybody. It's great. But I like T. Higgins there. Miami is we seen what Miami is. Their defense isn't terrible, but T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Chase is gonna be going downfield. T. Higgins are gonna need to get the ball too quickly. I think that matchup could kind of wash out there for you guys.
yeah.
Pickens up against a tough Chargers defense. And your next matchups are both good. I mean, Debo.
Yep.
Debo's been having a pretty fine season. And Olave's, who else they got to throw to? It's him and Juwan Jennings. That's about it.
Yeah.
I know they got Vele there, but I mean, he's not going to command a lot of targets. Jets defense is terrible. I saw someone put in a comment before that they predict Jets defense is going to go off this weekend.
Yeah. Hot take. Jets defense. Yeah. After firing their DC.
Which, I mean, that always happens. You fire the OC or DC, and all of a sudden the team plays. Down this stretch here, you got a lot of even matchups.
Yeah, I think so too.
Definitely goes to Pablo. I think Kittle's outstanding. Brenton Strange against Denver, it's not a great matchup.
Tough matchup.
Jalen Reed is in a very good spot, I feel. I like the Jalen Reed matchup for him. Ibuka can be good now that everybody's back. I think with him being the only guy there for some, 6 weeks, all the attention was to him. He was getting everybody's best corners. Now with Godwin back healthy, with Evans there, it's different. It's not, he's going to be able to see better targets.
I hope that's it. I really want to mention one thing about Ibuka, I hope for the sake of my fantasy team, I hope whatever choice you make there, Chris, is the wrong one. But I think that Ibuka's been he was outstanding to start the season. He surprised everybody, and then we saw a big change because obviously teams adapt and they adjust to his play.
Yeah.
Now with everybody back, I think you are right on that, Kevin. But I have to see it. I really have to see it because last week Evans had a super strong game, and who's to say that we're gonna see what we saw those first few weeks from Ibuka. I really hope we do, but maybe this week if Chris decides to start, maybe I hope we don't.
Yeah,
I'll put it to you in this sense though. His target share, he's still got 7 targets. So it's not like it's that team likes to throw the ball. They didn't run the ball well last week. They're facing Carolina's, not a great team, but they're playing for a division here.
Yep.
They're the division leader right now. Carolina, as not good of a team as they are, so this is a must-win for Tampa Bay. Right here, and it is for Carolina too. They want to prove that they belong on top of that division. But I mean, Ibuka's target share is still really good. 13, 9, 8, 8, 9, and 7. It's I mean, the 1 week against New Orleans, 9 but 2 receptions for 15 yards. But that also shows you that those probably weren't very catchable balls. So it's there. The targets are there. Now let's see if we can turn them.
All right.
So
who you picking, Kev?
I think Chris is slightly edged here.
All right. There it is.
Slightly. I mean, it's. I think it's still as bad as it looks with the 47. I think it's still gonna be. You're gonna see it like 191 to 185 type game. I feel.
All right. Oh, there it is. There's the prediction. Best
of luck to you, my co-host friend.
Best of luck to you, my friend.
You've been the team that's led our league in first place almost the entire season. So the team will be. Either way, I'm happy that the Touchdown Talk will be represented in our LOEMP Super Bowl.
Yes, absolutely. No, I love it. It couldn't have worked out any better.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, before we move on to our other matchup, we do have a cool question here in the chat. Want to get to it. Epic Ape Fight, thank you. Morning, guys. PPR, tight end between Loveland, Schultz, Johnson, and Warren. And wide receiver 2 and flex with Michael Wilson, DK, Evans, Pittman, and Sutton.
Why you got so many tight ends on your team?
Yeah, it's a lot of tight ends. 4 tight ends.
I'll tell you this by pure because Chicago's banged up. They're missing 2 of their top receivers are out. And Loveland, I think, is going to benefit from that. It'll be him and Zacchaeus that I think get it, So I go with Loveland in his tight end spot. So wide receiver 2 and a flex. I like Evans and Sutton.
Okay. Oh, and he just did respond. He said, they aren't on my team, but most of these guys are available. So
yeah, I kind of thought so.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, this guy ran 4 tight. But yeah, so
was it Tina's team?
Pablo, what do you think?
I would go Loveland as well. And
Yeah.
then for wide receiver, I definitely would lean Sutton and probably Evans as well. DK is the other guy who has my eye, but I agree with Kevin. I think I'd go Evans.
Yeah, I think Evans would be my first on that one. Would be my first pick. So yeah, if he's available, yeah, I would go. Yeah, Loveland, Evans.
Again, I don't hate DK, but like last week, he didn't get anything till the second half against Miami, and it just, I don't know if I trust his situation as much as the others.
All right. Well, there you go.
I'll give him an honorable mention. Juwan Jennings would be an honorable mention for me.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good honorable
Juwan
mention.
Johnson. Sorry, Juwan Johnson.
It's a good honorable mention. Thank you, Epic 8 Fight. Appreciate it. Oh, he's saying thank you, guys. Yeah, appreciate it, man. All right, let's get into our other matchup here and for playoffs and the championship round here. Kev, your team, Swift Kick in the Pits. Number 4 going up against the number 2 team, Keith's cool team. And Kev, you guys both have points on the boards already. You got 23.60 and Keith with 11.50. You have the benefit of having JSN, who had a really nice night Thursday night. 96 receiving yards, 8 receptions, 1 TD. And Keith's cool team had Kyron Williams playing, who got him 11
Let me note
points.
that JSN had 0 receptions going into halftime.
Yes, I know.
I was like, I was talking with Keith. I'm like, oh, this is effing terrible. Are you kidding me? Like, what the hell? He has 1 target, no receptions.
Yeah, that was. I saw that too. I was like, oh my god.
That. I actually fell asleep and he only had like 9 points. And then I saw a text from him. I woke up in the middle of the night with the baby crying, and he's like, "Oh, he had a good night." Oh, look, I'm like, "Oh crap, okay." He turned it around. That game went to OT.
Yeah, just under 100 yards, man. I mean, yeah, crazy. But yeah, he started heating up, and Darnold started making some plays.
Wasn't his touchdown in overtime?
Yes, I believe it was.
Yeah.
It was.
So thank you for the OT, guys.
Yeah. So listen, this is another big matchup. Great teams on both sides. When we look at the players on both sides, Kev, you are starting Bo Nix, and Keith is starting Josh Allen. Of course, we just talked about JSN, who you started going up against Zay Flowers. You have CeeDee Lamb going up against AJ Brown. Drake London, who is still carrying up a questionable tag.
But
he is expected to play.
That's hit or miss right now.
Yeah, but they said as of Friday, expected to play. Going up against DK Metcalf. We were just talking about Omarion Hampton, who I'm glad that he's back. Going up against Kyron Williams, who he said scored already on Keith's team. Aaron Jones Sr., you're starting. Going up against Travis Etienne Jr. Brock Bowers.
A monster.
Yes, unbelievable. Brock Bowers going up against Dallas Goedert. Jamison Williams going up against Quinshaw and Judkins. And you got Brock Purdy in your Superflex going up against Justin Herbert. And then you guys are Steelers and Vikings D. So here we go. The lineup is, I think, pretty much set. These are your guys. How you feeling, Kev?
I'm not 100% set. I'm debating on a few things. The Aaron Jones matchup here for me is purely a matchup. The Giants are absolutely trash against the run.
Yeah,
And
they're really bad.
if Aaron Jones is going to do anything for me ever, he wanted to help me in my life. It's got to be this week. I mean, there's not
This
a
would
good
be
team.
the week. This would be the
He's
week.
facing. He's facing a terrible run team.
I think at this point,
So,
the Giants want to keep that
it's
number one
between
pick.
him and Genty. Genty's been, yeah, I mean, I've liked Woody Marks, but now he's been questionable, and that's a tough one. He was on his way to a huge game last week until he got hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I have a few decisions to make here still. I'm not 100% set.
Yeah, leaving some names on your bench
with
here.
Jones and my yeah, and it's I'm just looking at matchups. Jameson Williams is hard to sit.
I'm leaving K9 on your bench.
My toughest decision here is in the running back spot. So
yeah, you left K9 on your bench. 100
yeah, but
yards.
that's the right decision. I mean, he
I know.
You don't start him, but his 100 yards came off 11 carries. It's yeah, and his touchdown came off of a 50-yard run, his longest run by over 30 yards in this season. It's the right decision to sit him 9 out of 10 times, 10 out of 10 times. It just it sucked to see it happen, but I probably still wouldn't have started him. Just that's a tough start.
His biggest game of the season.
Yeah. Thank God, because I had him started in the other league.
By far. But
all right. So where are we at with this? Where are we at with this matchup, guys? Who we going with? Is there anybody else you want to analyze here, Pablo, when we look at this?
Well, all right. So looking through the teams, we have two very, very strong quarterback plays at the top. JSN hit his mark. On the other end, we're starting Jay Flowers. Jay Flowers is a big question mark to me. Zay Flowers. I'm looking up his past couple of weeks have been decent, and you would hope to see more of the same. But he's been a very, very hot and cold guy. So that's where I would have a little bit of a hesitation and concern.
Right.
AJ Brown's been turning it on, so we're optimistic about AJ Brown. The return of Drake London is finally here after so many weeks. He's been off of the field for over a month. I think he got hurt in Europe, and he's now back. So I do like the lineups. I do think that there's a lot of firepower on both sides. Kevin has the edge at the moment, projected to win by over 20 points.
Right.
And I think for fantasy picks here, I am going to pick Swift kicking the pits for the win.
Yeah, I gotta say, looking down the lineups, I mean, I see a lot of good on both sides, and I think this is going to be a strong matchup. And I think it might be a bit closer than the 178, the 154, but I think Swift kicking the pits is could knock Keith out. I think he could take it. I think he's got it. I feel good about it. I'm sure Kevin would pick himself too.
Oh, yes, 100% guaranteed.
Yep. So, all right. So that, just to review here. So Swift kicking the pits over, we predict to be victorious over Keith's cool team. And in the championship, in the other one, number 1 versus number 6, the Touchdown Talk Bowl, we predict Golf My Lawn will be the winner in that one. But may the best team win. Good luck to you, my friend. Let's just rip down. We're going to go to Dirt League next, but we're not going to go too deep into this. But just looking at our consolation brackets, we got Scataboom going to go suck a Dak. CD's Nuts going up against Suck My Dicka. And then we said Gruden McGrudenface and Super Lamero Brothers basically facing off at this point. Right? Is this for the bottom of the league? Is this for the Sacco Award?
That is for the Sacco Award. The other two teams, or the other teams that are playing for seed, or playing for 2026 picks. Yeah. But this matchup, Gruden McGrudenface versus Super Lamario, is for the Sacco.
Yeah. So, and we still don't have a decision as to what the Sacco is exactly yet, do we?
We're working on something very, very nice, very, very decorative. Shout out to Willie here, Go Suck a Dak. He's putting together something that will be fantastic.
Yeah.
Gruden face in the lead right now with a strong performance from Puka Nacua. Got him 51.5 fantasy points on
Yes.
Thursday night, 225 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, 12 receptions, had a monster game. And right now our current title holder, Super Mario, with a lot of work on Sunday to try to overcome that deficit.
Yeah, which once again could be unbelievable that we had our current champ actually now be the Sacco holder of the Sacco Award potentially. Holy
Back-to-back
smokes.
trophies.
Back-to-back trophies, but not the kind of trophy that you want to have on display for the whole world to see every time they come into your home. All right. Well, there you go. So let's move over to the Dirt Invitational.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, moving over to the Dirt Invitational here and looking at this league. So just as a reminder to everybody, once again, as we switch leagues, Pablo, you want to remind everybody how the Dirt Invitational is set up?
Sure thing. So this is a 12-team half PPR Superflex league, and we have this is not a keeper league. We also do have IDP players, and what else do we want to highlight here? So on the screen, we're going to see the championship bracket, well illustrated, but we follow a toilet bowl bracket style for the consolation, which Yahoo does not support.
No.
So the format how that works is as teams lose, they advance to the final matchup. So whoever loses all of their matchups is the last place team who earns the trophy that was hand carved. It is a turd trophy, and it's not on display here on the screen. So that's why I wanted to highlight it. This week's current matchups. Let me take a quick peek because I have it written down here. Let's see, for the Dirt League, our current consolation bracket matchups have the Sicilians versus Sharkbait. We can see the projections on the screen, but the matchup isn't correctly lined up. And on the other end, we have Bodie McBoatface facing our dear Killer Beers. And we're going to wish you the best of luck there, my friend, to succeed this weekend.
Yeah, it's amazing. From one league to number one to the other league, fighting to not be in last place and win the poop trophy and stay out of the toilet bowl.
It happens, man. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it does. It does. So, just one of those seasons, man. At 6-8, just did not have enough firepower. Lost some really close games this season, and just now I'm fighting to stay out of last place.
Yeah, and you're looking pretty good this week. So far, you had a nice start there, but we'll get into that as we go through the lineups here.
Yep. So, all right. So let's do this. Let's start it off with the Martinez Bowl. Husband and wife duking it out. Number 2 versus number 3. Your team, my friend, Uruguay, at 9-5, going up against a number 3 team, Manja, Viv's team, also at 9-5. How are things going in the household over there, Pablo? I know it's the holidays, but fantasy football, it brings out a competitiveness in everybody. So how are things over at the Martinez house right now, knowing that this going into this weekend, somebody is not advancing to the championship?
Well, there was much love and joy on Thursday, and it was awesome, actually. I wanted to share this with you and everybody. We had husband and wife sat on the couch to watch that Thursday night game while playing against each other in our fantasy league, and it was a ton of fun. Because, we're both pretty good sports, but there was certainly a lot of smack talk happening.
Of course.
Especially because of the way the game progressed. I happened to be starting Sam Darnold and JSN, who at halftime combined for 1 point.
Yeah.
And she was rubbing it in and dancing in across the living room and just loving life.
Dancing on your grave.
Her matchup projection was going so far in her favor. And then the second half was the opposite. And we went into overtime, and I got that overtime touchdown from JSN.
Big touchdown.
That was a lot of points for my team because they both scored 6. So it was great. We both had a lot of fun, and at the end of the night, Viviana was a little more quiet than she was during the first half of the game, but it was great. We had a lot of fun. We did have a good time.
Yeah, no, listen, I think this is a great matchup. And honestly, when you look down both these rosters, very evenly matched. And good for you that, you're between Sam Darnold and JSN, they did come on, because that would have spelled disaster for you.
Oh, yeah. If they ended with like 5 points combined, that would have pretty much just, put me in a horrible spot ahead of the rest of the weekend. But
yeah,
I'm happy to see where we are now.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a look at this real quick. The matchups here on both sides, Uruguay and Manja. So we did talk about it. You started Sam Darnold, and you were awarded 20 points for that. On the other side, Caleb Williams is who Manja's starting. You had JSN, who gave you 19 points. Manja's starting Jawan Jennings. Then you've got Drake London, who we were just saying. So hopefully that having Drake London back in your lineup will get you some good points going into Arizona. Manja's starting Devonta Smith. We got Derrick Henry going up against Jamar Gibbs. Tony Pollard going up against Saquon, who, we've been talking about Saquon a lot, and he just, from a fantasy standpoint, not the same season that you got out of him last year. The last 2 games, 15 points, 18 points. Before that, week 14. And then he had a little bit of a slump, 5 points, 8.5, 8.5. So maybe starting to get a little bit healthier based on, that, because I know he was kind of dealing with something a little bit halfway through the season. But we'll see if that can bring Manja some big points there. Trey McBride, tight end, going up against Harold Fannin Jr. You got Jalen Warren in your flex, going up against Travis Etienne Jr. And in your super flex, Josh Allen, and Manja's got Dak Prescott. And then in this league, we do have kickers. So you got McPherson going up against Fairbairn, and then Saints and Eagles D, and then all our individual IDPs. So, Uruguay, Pablo Martinez. I don't know if Manja is there and she wants to jump on and let us know how she feels about her team going into this weekend. But how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty excited. It's always fun to have a matchup like that at home, where we get to smack talk a little bit and enjoy the fact that we're playing against each other. But I'm feeling good. I think that I have a really strong chance. At the end of the day, it's a really, really close matchup, and I think that Viviana's team is strong, and if she happens to win, I think I could live with that. I'll be okay. You
could live with it?
Yeah, I'll be okay. But I certainly will root for my team, and I think I have a strong chance, but we'll see. It's a close one. Her running game is way, way better than mine. So 3 running backs on each side. Yeah, by a landslide, her running backs are better. But let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, you still have Josh Allen. He is going into Cleveland. Cleveland's could be a tough place for them to play. But, he's still Josh Allen. So good potential there for some heroics and potential big points. But yeah, I agree. You've got a little bit of an uphill battle with the running backs. But, I do like your start here. I don't know. I think you might have the edge here, my friend. I mean, just looking at this, I got Chicago and Green Bay matchup. Caleb Williams going into Green Bay, or versus Green Bay. I'm not quite sure that he's going to have a great game in our explosive game. So I don't know. I think you got the edge. I think I'm going to go with your team on this one. But Kev, you're back on. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's looking up and down lineup. I like his receiver matchups. We're not sure about London. Same in my position with him.
Yeah.
I don't like his flex spot with Warren. I don't trust him. It's tough because then he looks to his bench, and you got Addison, who JJ McCarthy's been better. He targets him, but it's not been great for Addison. But he's had 60 yards the last 2 games. And My edge here, I think, goes to Viviana.
Yeah,
All
and she
right.
still has like Marvin Harrison Jr. on her bench, and
Yeah, she has a
T.
strong bench as
Higgins.
well, but I like
Yeah.
her lineup. I
Yeah.
like her lineup. Bannon Jr. as bad as Shador is, Bannon Jr. is who he looks to. Saquon, he hasn't had an amazing season, but he's been fine. Like he's just steady. He puts
Yeah.
up his numbers. He hasn't been terrible like that in that sense. He's had a couple down games, but he's pretty steady. He gets the ball 20 plus times a game for the most part. So I do give it to Viviana.
Yeah, and Viviana coming in with a question. She's asking the touchdown talk. Thoughts on Higgins, benching him in case he doesn't play?
I like your starters. Honestly, it is a tough decision, but Dwan Jennings. And I'll give you a fact about Dwan Jennings. He's playing for $750,000 worth of incentives here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Dwan Jennings is a good start. Devonta Smith against Washington's good. It's. I know we don't trust their pass attack, and he's had some down games, but that's tough. If anything, that's the spot I would look at is the Devonta Smith. But it would be for Marvin Harrison or Higgins, not Pearsall to me.
All right. And Josh Parr coming saying this game, instead of being the Martinez Bowl, should be renamed Pablo in the Sleeping on the Couch Bowl.
We'll see what happens. Either
So
way,
funny, Josh.
I wish Viviana the best of luck this weekend, although I'm going to pick my team here for the win. And,
All right.
Hope for the best.
All right, so Kevin and I are split. I have gone with your team. Kevin's gone with Viv's team, and you're picking yourself. So there you go. We do have a couple quick questions in the chat I wanted to just address. So Tyler's Perry 334 up 40. Loveland or Schultz, and Devonta Smith or Jaden Reed.
Okay.
I go Loveland and surprisingly Jalen Reed here.
I approve.
I definitely like Loveland. We were talking about that before. Yeah, I think Jaden Reed. Yeah,
Chicago's just down so many pass catchers. It's tough. I mean, they might look to run the ball. Well, you might see Monungai get more touches in a game like today, but still, I like Jalen Reed. I like Jalen Reed, and I like Loveland.
Yeah, so hopefully that helped Tyler's Perry. Hopefully that helped you. All right, here we got one from Ian Keller, 1382. Hey, who would you guys start? Michael Carter versus Atlanta or Ashton Genty versus Houston? Full PPR.
I feel this debate here.
You do.
Being a Genty owner, it's tough. That's tough. That's a tough call. Genty's going to get receptions too. They get. I mean, it's not that good, but they get Geno Smith back, which is better than whatever happened last week, I guess, for them.
It's against Houston, though.
Yeah, it is. It's against Houston. Yeah, I'm going Carter.
Me too, man. Genty's been single digits for a month.
Yeah.
And Carter maybe has less pressure. He's playing by himself on a team that probably will score a little more fantasy points. I hate to say it. But.
DeMarcado is there, but I don't know how much of a threat that really is. They've gone through all their backs this season, and nobody, anytime somebody has a good game, they get hurt. That's just how it goes for them.
Yeah, it's sad to say we would all bench Genty, or at least a few of us that are here now. But that's the way I would lean too. Yeah, it's not what you wanted, but that's where we are.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get the receptions too with Carter. You should, and you're gonna. I think there's more points scored in that game, so you have more opportunity.
Yeah, agreed. All right. And let's see, we got another question here. Oh, yep, good shot, boys. Let's get this W. Nope, you got it, Ian. Thank you for the question. Josh coming in. Mayfield or Purdy, boys? I go Mayfield. I go Baker.
Baker or Purdy?
I go Baker.
You get a little rushing upside with Baker. I think Purdy is consistent. I mean, I know he had one bad game 2 weeks ago. I I just think they're more together.
Yeah, but
San Francisco, I think they're more together.
this is Tampa has to win this game. It is a big game for Tampa. So
San Fran still has to win too. They're in a playoff hunt here.
True. No, you're right. You're true.
They're in a tough division, but I think the consistency is with Purdy as their team. Even though they have Tampa Bay has endless weapons there. It's just I don't know. They just haven't looked right as of recent.
It's super close to me. I think they're both good quarterbacks. Yeah. They're both in tough matchups. They're both in very important matchups. I want to say I might lean Purdy, but by a hair. It's not by a lot. I think it's super close.
Yeah, I go Purdy, but I don't fault you for going Mayfield. I'll tell you that.
I mean, two for Purdy here, but I say I would try. I'm going to trust Baker. I had Baker for 2 years on my fantasy team, and I loved having him. He always put up big points. I know the season hasn't kind of been as the last couple seasons, but I don't know. I love the full stack of receivers he's got back. He's got all his weapons healthy. Are back. Right. I think he's going to put on a show. I think he's going to be slinging.
Yeah, I mean they're going to have to definitely. It's a tough call, but yeah. For me, Purdy, but I don't fault you for going Mayfield.
All right, well there you go. Hopefully that helped. Let's look at our other championship bracket matchup here. We have a Ginger Ninja who has been in first place pretty much all season. I mean, unbelievable. And Ginger Ninja really has a great team. Go up against your team, Kev. Kev, you're in championship brackets in both leagues. Swift Kick of Love going up against Ginger Ninja, who really has been the team to beat all season.
And we didn't talk about this, but that was a wild win last week for Kevin.
Again.
It was. That was
2 weeks in a row.
Wild win for you.
Insane. I thought Chris had it locked up. I thought Chris was finally going to be able to overcome the huge feat of climbing out of a 40-point Kyle Pitts Thursday night and winning despite that. And in the last minute, you got the edge over him. So
that last reception, garbage time.
Garbage
Crazy.
Time points, man.
I
was watching that all week. I'm like, I can't believe this game. I cannot believe how this is going.
A terrible Tua game. It looked like there was no chance in the freezing cold. And in that last pass, you got the edge.
Unreal.
And we were tied going into that. And I'm like, what's the tiebreaker? And you said seed. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. I mean,
give me a fraction of a point somewhere.
That was just insane. That was fun to watch from this side for sure. Because
not from mine.
Yeah, I know you were sweating, but it was fun to watch from my side. But hey, here you are, man. You made it in, and you're going up against the reigning first place. And man, Heather's really had a great team all season long. She has been the team to beat. And let's see, Kev, do you have what it takes to take down?
Of course I do.
Our first place contender right here. Right now, projections are in Heather's favor, but not by much. 150 to 142. You got 4 points on the board already from your defense.
Yeah,
which you did the Seahawks D.
And I did not want to.
Yeah, that didn't really do you any favors. But let's look at it. Let's go down. Let's break it down. Heather is starting Bo Nix. You got Drake May, who's going into Baltimore. Bo Nix going into Jacksonville. Drake May definitely has a favorable matchup, for sure, in that one.
Baltimore's been good the last few weeks. They've been a better team. And again, they're another team. This is a must-win. Win or they're out of the playoffs.
Which is crazy, but, the way Lamar's been playing, his problems all season, being hurt, injured. I don't even know how Baltimore's even cobbled together to even be in contention for the hunt.
Because that division is terrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It is bad. She's got George Pickens on her side. We were talking about George Pickens before. You got CD. So, George, you got the dueling Dallas wide receivers going against each other. Ladd McConkey, Tet McMillan. She's got Kenneth Gainwell going. You got Chase Brown. She's got Jonathan Taylor. Kev, you got Bucky Irving right now going. Hunter Henry's tight end on her side. You got Kyle Pitts, Senior, starting.
Fired up.
She's got Chris Olave in her flex. You got DeAndre Swift right now in your flex, and in super flex, Aaron Rodgers on her side. You got Gardner Minshew, Uncle Rico on your side.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah. Kickers, Chris Boswell, Cameron Dicker, and then Bucks D. And of course, we just said you started the Seattle D, who really only awarded you 4 points. And then, of course, we got our IDP players here. Wow. I like this projection, though, and I love that we just went down this because I got to tell you, there's a lot of strong players on both sides. I like your matchup, Chase Brown over Kenneth Gainwell. Jonathan Taylor, though, I feel like versus Bucky Irving, I feel like she's going to get you on that one.
I don't know. Sure. He's been pretty down the last few weeks. He hasn't, since their bye week, he hasn't been spectacular. 1 touchdown. In this league, touchdowns carry.
Yeah.
You kind of need them for the points.
Yeah.
So, that early in the season, that scared me. Not as much right now, especially with them rolling Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. How are you feeling about starting Uncle Rico here in that super flex?
So I had Terry McLaurin in there, honestly, and I'm not sold on this yet.
Okay.
I've been back and forth between 2 positions. Pedro McMillan up there against Tampa, who is their number 1, but I mean it's been hit or miss. And I got a lot on my bench, so
you do have a lot on your bench.
I'm really debating here on what I want to do.
Yeah,
I might start a receiver in my super flex. It's possible.
Yeah, you have McLaurin on your bench. You got Abuka on your bench. You got Ryan Thomas Jr. on your bench.
Who's been better?
Michael Carter's on your bench, who we were just talking about earlier, running back.
Aldrich Estimate, who's starting against the Jets.
Yes, Aldrich. So I mean, you actually have a lot of nice choices on your bench if you decide to get cold feet starting Minshew.
And I mean that's the one position that's been killing me all year.
I love Pablo going Minshew. Pablo's all about Minshew. Throw him in.
I would go with it. Yeah, I mean, listen. Sometimes you got to take a chance. High risk, high reward.
Yeah, and like we were saying before, it's tough with this half-point PPR league. Depends a lot on touchdowns. It does.
Yeah.
But if I was going to put anybody over him in that position, I'd honestly probably be Terry McLaurin. Probably McLaurin. Yeah. Brian Thomas got a tough matchup in Denver, but he's been playing a lot better recently. He's been getting a little bit more targets. He didn't look right early in the year, even though he was getting 7, 12 targets, 10 targets. It just, I think that team's just rolling right now too. Jacksonville, they look still complete. It's tough for me, but it is Minshew in there right now. But the Ted McMillan one, I think, is the bigger one for me, where I'm unsure.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you feeling about this matchup here, Pablo?
It's good. It's going to be very intense and very interesting to watch. The Jonathan Taylor part, I agree with you, Kev. There, the fact that Phillip Rivers is behind center, that's going to be tough for Jonathan Taylor managers, but. I mean, they're going to lean on him more. So the problem is they're also going to stack the box. So it's going to be challenging. The CeeDee Lamb Pickens matchup, I really like that because I kind of feel like for the two of you, of those 2 wide receivers, if one of them pops, that puts that team at such a huge advantage.
Yeah,
like if you get multiple touchdowns versus one or none on the other end, or vice versa. That is going to really tilt the scale here in projections.
It's like a direct takeaway.
It really is. It truly is, which is awesome because it makes this matchup even more interesting. So
yeah, I like it.
I want to say that it's tough to pick. It's tough to call here. I remember what you were saying earlier about Warren and now running back on Pittsburgh. Now Heather's starting here, Kenneth Gainwell, who's been really, really good, but again, has a tough matchup playing against Detroit. So that's going to be an area for Ginger Ninja that I think would be where she's going to have maybe a slight disadvantage. Overall, I want to say I might lean towards thinking that Ginger Ninja has a slight edge this weekend, but it is extremely close.
Yes,
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the other way.
And where do you think her slight edge is?
So, I I'm looking up at the different players. Her two quarterbacks, I think, are set up to have favorable games.
Yeah,
And Olave, I think, has been turning it on as of late. So I would, if he can continue to roll with that, I think that's favorable. Lad McConkey is set up to have a very nice matchup against Dallas.
yeah, because Dallas defense is terrible.
Yeah, there's just there's enough there that I feel like it's likely that she's going to put up some nice points. And on your end, as much as you also have really strong teams, like we don't expect another monster game out of Kyle Pitts. He doesn't have to as long as he can get to about double digits, 10 points. That's good enough.
What do you think about Chase Brown going into Miami?
I mean, I like the matchup. I like the player. The problem is that offense is a little broken, and that's where my hesitation is. Chase Brown's been consistent, double digits, around 12 to 15 points maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know, as a running back too, strong, but it's not gonna, he hasn't really been putting up those, 20, 25 plus point games to win you a match. So that's where I have the hesitation. Now on Heather's side, Jonathan Taylor, we were just talking about this. Kenneth Gainwell maybe haven't been doing that either, but I don't know. It's very, very close. Again, I'm just picking one side for the sake of picking.
Yeah.
It's not a clear landslide.
All right.
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Ginger Ninja, even last year, was a team that, like, I don't know how many times we kept thinking, like, oh my God, and then she would beat. She just found ways to win, and I don't know, this team has consistently found a way to win, and I do think this is going to be really close, though, and I think that she has her work cut out for her against Kevin's team for sure. I think she has a little bit of an edge, man, but it's not much. I mean, I could see CeeDee Lamb balling out though in LA against the Chargers. I could see that offense really firing, and he's, provided he stays healthy, he can put up some big numbers there. I know the Chargers defense is good, but I mean, he's been putting up big fantasy points all season for the most part.
Yeah.
I think it's Ginger Ninja with the edge, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin beat her.
No, you can't be. No. It really.
It wouldn't be a surprise. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, this is such an upset. Like, it just would be just because she's been a number one seed. But like, I really feel like it's gonna be so close. Josh wants to know what Rosalia thinks about. I think that. Who she thinks is gonna win the Touchdown Talk Bowl?
He goes with whoever I pick.
Yeah. Kev, to Pablo's question, how do you feel? Do you feel like you got this one in the bag here, or you feel like you're going to be sweating this?
I feel strong. Lad doesn't scare me, I'll tell you that. Just how they've been, and with Herbert's broken hand, it's just been a little touch and go there with them, and inconsistent because they have a lot of different weapons to spread to. Yeah. The CeeDee Lamb Pickens matchup it could go Pickens' way, especially because he's been a baby recently.
Yeah, but CeeDee is still the monster there. I mean,
yeah, and he's had 3 straight 100+ yard games, no touchdowns, but some big games there. And Chase Brown's not been great, but he gets the receptions. He's had 7 receptions twice in the last couple weeks. I like my matchup. Like I said, my debate here for me is in my wide receiver 2 spot, but I like it
with Tet.
Yeah, it's gonna be toss up here for me.
I like Tet. Yeah,
same.
I don't know if I would swap him out, man. I think I would leave him. I think I would leave Ted in. I mean, that's just how I feel right now, but I feel like you should. I don't think you should move him out.
So what would your thought be to pivot away from Ted? BTJ in Denver?
Yeah, because he probably I don't think he sees Sertan. I think Jacoby Myers sees Sertan.
Yeah.
It is that or McLaurin. I mean, McLaurin's good and he's back.
No,
and
you're right.
It's tough. That's their number one. McLaurin is their number one.
Yeah.
So it's a tough call for me. It's gonna be I'm gonna be changing it today or leaving it.
But he's taking passes from Marcus Mariota,
which is fine. He did it. He did it last week against the Giants, and finally when he hit pay dirt on that long touchdown.
Yeah, but the Giants' defense is trash. So, he's
look,
playing a better defense this week.
He went up against Denver and put up 7 for 96 and won. So
yeah, I mean that's a good point. I forgot about that. So you're right.
But I don't know. Was that Mariota though? 14 targets that day.
Jaden Daniels.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
His last couple of weeks, he's had considerably less targets. Last week, just 4. He caught 3 for a touchdown, but it's tough against Philly. I do get the point. He is the wide receiver 1, but it's a tough one. Best of luck to you on your decision there. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you.
And if you make that move, you got till 5 o'clock tonight is when he's playing.
I'll be decided by like 3 o'clock, I'm sure.
All right. Well, there you go, everybody. So those are our picks for this matchup. Ginger Ninja for Swift Kick of Love. Pablo and I both have chosen Ginger Ninja, but really would not be shocked if Kev wins. And it's this 150 to 140. I believe this is going to be even closer. I mean, this might be like a 151 to like 150. Like I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a crazy close game.
My last 2 weeks have been decided by less than 2 points. So I think
wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's still gonna come down to it. We're evenly matched out.
Yeah.
I agree with Pablo. It's gonna be that Lamb Pickens matchup.
Yeah. That one will be big. I'm gonna say this: if you make it 3 in a row, Kevin, and I happen to win and have to play against you, I will be extremely nervous all the way through that last play of the Monday night game again. So best of luck to you, my friend. Let's see what happens.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, all right. So that wraps up our big matchups there in the dirt. Of course, we were talking about the consolation bracket before, which is the toilet, fighting for the toilet bowl. I am playing in the toilet bowl right now. I'm playing to not be in the last of the toilet bowl. So I am going up against our 11th place holder right now, Bodie McBoatface, who's been at 4-10. I am at 6-8. I do have a nice little lead of 68.50 points due to Mr. Matthew Stafford and Kenneth Walker, who I did start because I really honestly didn't have many other choices there at running back. So I'm glad I was at least rewarded with that. So at this point, I just want to win so I don't go into the final round of toilet bowl action.
Yeah, right now, if we do a quick screen share of the current projections of these teams,
yes,
the two matchups have some activity already because of that Thursday night game.
Yes.
So we're looking at Sharkbait versus the Sicilians. The Sicilians currently projected for 129.97, and Sharkbait projected for 170 at the moment with 64 points on the board.
And Sharkbait, our current league champ.
Yes, the current title holder, Sharkbait, didn't make it into the playoffs this season, but looking strong in the semifinals of the Toilet Bowl to try to avoid the big game next weekend. And the other matchup has Bodie McBoatface, currently projected for 129.66, versus the Killer Beers, who also had a super strong start on Thursday night, projected for 183. So just wanted to, give a quick shout out that those are the current projections for those two matchups. Best of luck to all 4 teams. And next week we will have a very, very intense toilet bowl game.
The toilet bowl match will be set with the winner of that being awarded, of course, the not coveted poop trophy that they must display in full view all season.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hopefully are not the winner of winning it 2 times in a row, which, of course, Mr. Chris Carr, so I wouldn't say so lovingly, but he owned it for 2 years. He basically owned it for 2 years.
He's happy to ship it away. Super happy.
So, all right. Well, best of luck to everybody. That is our matchup for the Dirt Invitational. And I guess that does it for this pre-Christmas fantasy football talk here on the Touchdown Talk. Of course, once again, we got 2 games tonight, Saturday night. So don't forget, make sure you check your lineup. This is not the time to play it safe. Don't be cute. Make smart decisions. Kevin's still struggling with who he's going to put in his wide receiver 2 spot. So all important decisions. All important decisions tonight.
Yep. Take your time. Think about it well. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to everybody out there.
Yeah, best of luck to you, my friend.
And hopefully we have a very, very intense Week 17 Super Bowl matchup one way or another. I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah, and just as another reminder, too, because we won't be back till next Saturday, which will have all our championship matches set. We got games on Christmas, so this is like weird. We got a lot of weird times going on, things like that. So don't be caught, because make sure you're on top of things, and with who's playing and injuries and all that, because it's going to be very condensed playing for the next going into this Week 16 and Week 17. So.
Great call there. Great call. Yeah, once we're done with our semifinals here, Week 16, Week 17, we'll have 3 Christmas Day games on Thursday, and then we will have the Touchdown Talk Saturday morning, which will later have another 2 Saturday games on that Week 17 slate. So very exciting stuff. And
that will all be championship level. We're going to be talking about championships. Winning it all.
Oh, yeah.
Bob,
big
we
games.
have the potential. We have the potential to be playing 2-2.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
We have that potential.
That's great. I didn't even think of that. That's right.
I didn't think about that either. That is fantastic.
Wow. Can you imagine? Holy smokes. Yes. Wow.
Let's hope for it. I'm hoping.
That would be interesting.
That'd be something
cool.
Else.
Yeah, everybody in the league crying that it's been fixed.
You know what, Kevin? I think about this often. You and
I
have both been in these 2 leagues for a bit. And I remember one season where I was in both Super Bowls and lost both of them. And that happened to you too. You were in both Super Bowls and lost both of them. So
I remember.
If we both make it to both Super Bowls, we're guaranteed that one of us is going to at least win one of them.
Right.
Avenge it.
But the curse of making it to 2 Super Bowls was that we lost them both.
Yeah, I remember. I lost to, I think, Pam in the one, and then I forget.
That's right.
I think John in this. Maybe it was John in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the details, but I remember that was like, that stunk, man. So bad. Yeah.
Josh Parr screaming, collusion.
Be better, Josh.
That's hilarious. So, all right, guys. Well, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching out there. Thanks for listening on Radio Garden State. Thanks for checking us out here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you get notified when we go live, which will be next Saturday at 10 a.m. Good luck to everybody. Have a good weekend. And, hey, and also happy Hanukkah to our friends out there as Hanukkah's still being celebrated. Of course, Christmas is coming up next week. So Merry Christmas, Merry Festivus, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Have a good time doing it.
All right, guys.
All right.
Enjoy, everybody.
Here we go. Everybody have a good one. Where's my video thing? Oh, my gosh. Here it is. They changed all this stuff here on StreamYard. So now I'm like trying to get up my timing right here, and it's not happening. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Not working. Oh, there we go. Here we go. All right. Thank you, StreamYard, for all the updates. You guys are screwing me up here. All right. Bye.